What is up, party people? How's everybody doing? Let me get some music going. Okay, and we'll get. Hopefully, we'll get some people trickling in. Get this party started soon. I chose some feel-good music today to accompany our theme for the evening, which, if you saw the posts, is let's see, pull up the program. Positivity Pulse. That's right. All right. Who do we got in here? Charlinia. Good to see you again. Welcome. Yeah. So today we're going to be doing Positivity Pulse because, I was a little out of sorts. Not going to lie. Feeling a little off kilter. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Not that I'm the best of us, but, when you get out of whack, get yourself into gear. Get back on the horse, as they say. I think they say that. Someone says that, probably. Holly, welcome. First time here. Okay. Well, let me explain to you what Journal Party is, what we do, and any other newcomers who happen to be joining us this evening. Welcome. So, Journal Party was born out of me getting laid off a little over a year ago. And in that space, I decided to focus on showing up in this world in a way that I could enjoy every day and that would serve people. And the only way that I could see myself doing that was if I was coming from a place of authenticity. And so I was thinking, well, how can I provide value from people authentically? And I was actually doing some soul searching and some thinking and brainstorming about that when a reminder in my phone went off to journal. And it was like, oh, lightning bolt. That's it. I've been journaling for probably, I think, like 25 years now. And I know that there's people in here that have been doing even longer than that. But it's something that I've, been able to do pretty consistently, almost every day for that duration. There's been some lapses here and there, but it's something that I haven't had trouble with, and actually, it's been something that through the ups and downs in life has served me well. And I also happen to, have the ability to, create apps and fun things like that. And so it all just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks, that I could create this app. And actually, let me, I'll show you here. So this is the app. And so if you don't have the app, you probably want to get that. And basically, it's a guided journaling app. So it's kind of like Calm. How the Calm app does guided meditation, but it's for journaling. So what we do is we have these, what I call power prompt playlists. And so it's a list of journal prompts with timers and player controls. And the idea is that it's going to give you a focused and productive guided journaling session. And so what we do is we like to pick the new premium programs that we release every week and debut them here on Journal Party Live. So whether or not you're a paid member, I have no problem with you jumping on here and getting the goods for free. And also, if you're new and you're not super familiar with the app, it'd be a good thing to note that actually here under the programs tab inside of the app, if you navigate down here onto Journal Party Live, it's gonna give you problems. So I'm gonna have to do some debugging there, I guess. But normally that's gonna host all of our live streams. So my apologies if anyone's been having trouble with that. But normally you can stream the live streams through there. You can also stream them through YouTube and also through the Facebook group, which is probably where most of the people do it. But we also host the replays there, and basically I just guide you through it. So we'll fire up one of these programs. Hopefully it works for us. But yeah, it's pretty simple. There's 10 prompts in this program this evening, and we're going to do 3 minutes per prompt. And so that should be enough time for these. I try to keep these ones pretty light, and pretty simple, pretty easy for everybody. And of course, if you need to take more time, you can always pause. You can always download the app and go back and revisit anything that you want. But it's always fun to kind of get on here and turn something that's traditionally a solitary activity and turn it into something where we can kind of commune and hang out with each other. And as we work on ourselves and dig deep for those insights, my favorite part of this whole thing is at the end, you don't have to share what you write, but we often emerge with insights that we can share with the group. And each week it's cool. I think we're all growing together. And as we journal through life together, I guess I've felt myself becoming lighter in this process and growing, and I hope you all feel that too. So it's amazing what this whole thing has become, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. But I'm glad you found us. So Holly and all the other new folks, I think we got another one in here. Melissa, welcome to your first journal party live. So I hope that wasn't too long-winded of an explanation, but long and short of it is it's a little guided journal session here. I'll manage the music in the background and read the prompts for you guys. But basically, when you see the prompt, just start writing. And if you don't have the words coming to you right away, a little trick is to just start writing the prompt. That often just getting your pen moving will actually help you to start formulating those thoughts. And the other thing that I've noticed, at least for myself, is that sometimes I used to beat myself up about not having these, profound insights coming out of me right away. And, I was like, is this even worth it? Does this even work? And then what I noticed is that it's fairly common, at least for me, to later in the evening or even the next day or later in the week to actually have the insight that I had prompted, during one of these sessions. So, the mind is on its own time, I think. And well, it's nice when these insights percolate in the here and now. I think, sometimes, there's different background processing and things like that need to happen. And at least that's how I would explain it. And so don't be surprised and if those insights emerge later, and don't beat yourself up if they don't come up. Journaling, it's self-care, right? You got to be nice to yourself and allow yourself the space to do this. If you feel like doodling, that's okay. There's no wrong way to do this. That's the best thing about journaling. You literally can't mess this up. So let's have some fun. I hope everyone's ready. Go ahead and get your journal. Hopefully you got a glass of water or some snacks or something like that. And I'm going to hit the start now button and get it going. All right. Christy says has a conflict tonight. Okay. Well, we'll miss you, Christy. And catch the replay. Awesome. But all right, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Okay. Counting you down. All right. Prompt number 1 is today's highlight. Reflect on the best part of your day so far and why it stood out to you. All right, here comes your next prompt. Positive affirmation. Create one personal affirmation that reflects your strengths or aspirations. How does saying it out loud make you feel? All right. Resilience reminder. Recall a moment when you showed resilience. What did you learn about yourself? Okay, here's your next one, gratitude moment. Think of one thing you're grateful for today and delve into why it means so much to you. Inspirational echo. Share a quote that inspires you and reflect on how it has influenced your actions or thoughts today. Joyful glimpse. Remember a recent joyful moment and describe how it impacted your mood. Okay, self compliment. Ooh, love a good compliment. Give yourself a compliment, focusing on something you did well or a trait you're proud of. Okay, letting go. Love these ones. Think of something that has been bothering you and write about how you can release it to foster a more positive outlook. Pro tip, you got to allow it to come up to release it. Future brightness. Visualize one goal or dream. What is one small step you can take towards it? positive, oops, I spelled that wrong. Positive impact. Reflect on an instance where a positive attitude changed your perspective or outcome in a situation. Nicely done, party people. Pretty good. All right, so let me take this down so I can see you all. Well, I can see myself. You all can see me. A little backwards there. Anyway, how'd you all find that? Let me know in the comments. And now is the time of the evening where we start to share our insights. So, as per usual, you don't have to share what you wrote, but if you got anything out of that, let me know. If you got any good insights, hopefully you don't mind sharing them with the tribe here. I wrote down what I wanted to share because often I go through and I'm like, well, I can't read my handwriting. You'd think that leading a journaling community, I would have good handwriting. Not the case. I should have been a doctor. But I digress. Anyway, I wrote down the things that I wanted to chat about so I could get us started. And in the meantime, if you have anything that you want to share, please drop them in the comments. And yeah, we'll start the insights portion of the evening. So yeah, I don't know if you guys saw. I know most of you are on Facebook, but one of our YouTube streamers shared that that they were having trouble with the affirmation prompt, which I actually resonated with because I was having trouble with it. And I noticed that I was writing and I just wrote I am, and I wasn't doing that to be like new agey or like it wasn't intentional. Yeah, I'm sure some of you guys have seen like people intentionally just leave it at I am, and I just wrote I am, and like I couldn't think of anything that would come after that would like feel right. And I just kind of made fun of like the concept of leaving it at I am, but it actually maybe for the first time really rang true to me that whenever you bolt on these things onto what you are, you kind of become something other than what you actually are, which is, at least in my opinion, this wondrous being, that's part of this amazing creation and this, this amazing reality. And then once you start to add on these things, I am a journaler, right? Like, once you start to add identity, right, you create the opportunity to be disappointed, I find. And so it's just an interesting observation for me. And I just put a period after I am, and tried to sit there and feel good with just existing, just being. And that was an interesting experience for me. Just I am, and just trying to feel okay with that. And feel good with that. And I actually, I got a lot out of that one. So it wasn't actually how I intended to engage with that prompt, but it worked. So pretty good. I'm curious to hear if anyone else had any good affirmations. The other thing, I want to hear what your quotes are. We did a whole quote journal party a few weeks back, but I'm curious what you all pulled on the fly. Mine was Lutra went with I can. That is a solid affirmation, adjacent, I would say, to I am. So my quote, I think my mom says this. There's no way she made it up because it's too clever. Sorry, Mom. You're a brilliant woman, but no way you came up with this. It is not my circus, not my monkeys, which I think she says it because she loves the Wizard of Oz and associates it with the flying monkeys from that. But I guess it has to do with why I guess link yourself to someone else's problems. And that one really got me through today. I'm doing some contract work, and I love it. I'm actually I love it too much is probably the problem. And when you're like me, you get attached to everything that you do. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing. I get really into giving of myself. And unfortunately, when you're in collaboration, especially when you're in collaboration on things that are not yours, that are outside of your control to various degrees, it can be incredibly frustrating, right? And so I found myself in a situation today where I was feeling really out of control, despite putting a lot of my best efforts forward. And I had to stop and question, why was I getting so attached to the outcomes of something that wasn't even mine? And I guess I am attached to the part of it that is mine, but not my company, not my circus, not my monkeys. So just an interesting way to kind of detach to that. Let's see what else what you guys have here. Patricia says, for those of us who are too critical of ourselves, it is so helpful to journal our small steps of progress and personal growth. Thank you, Alex. Oh, God bless you. Thanks, Patricia. All right. Christy says, not my chaos, but it sticks to me anyway. Pretty good. Elizabeth Ann, take time to pause. Yes, I could use that one for sure. I go a million miles an hour, probably because I drink too much caffeine. It's probably my downfall there. But take time to pause. And I caught myself doing that today. I was really jacked up about the stuff that I had going on today, and fortunately I'm getting better at pausing and taking some deep breaths. I'm not wearing it now, but I got this really cool thing. I saw it through some social media ad and paid way too much money for it, but it was it's like this little pen, not I guess it's a pendant. It's like a necklace, and it's a tube that you just kind of breathe through. So you take like a deep breath and you breathe out, and it kind of forces you to take a longer time on the out breath, which is basically forcing you to do, some well-researched breath work, and it activates the vagus nerve, which chills you out. And so, I've gotten to the point where I've been doing that so much that now I can kind of just do it without the necklace or whatever. But always, I think that's definitely a good thing to have, kind of, playing on repeat in your head. If you can, remind yourself to take time, pause. Even there, like, I caught myself, I'm amped up, right? I'm gonna just take a minute. Pretty good, right? All right. Let's vibe with that energy for a minute. Thanks, Elizabeth Ann. Appreciate that. Melissa says, this was perfect for me today because of some medical and financial situations happening the last 2 days. Well, I'm sorry to hear about whatever it is that you're going through, and I hope everything's all right. But I'm glad that you found some value in this. One thing I will say is, I can only relate my own experience. I don't want to speak on anyone's behalf here, but I will say that my journals provide an excellent record of consistently facing similar situations and overcoming them. And take that for what it is, right? I think a lot of that comes down to just, believing that I can, right, Letra? And over time, I think that self-efficacy leads to better outcomes. One of the things that I'm working on around that is, I think I've overcome this quite a bit. But one of the things that I was practically plagued by in my 20s was, I would need a certain amount of money, like a stupid amount of money too, like not even like a little bit amount of money, and I would like stress out, and for good reason. Like bad things would happen if I wouldn't get this money, and somehow in the nick of time something would happen and I would get that money, but just enough. And so I don't know what that is, right? I mean, on one hand, it's like the universe, God, creator, supporting me and providing for me everything that I needed. And so, maybe it's this lesson of needing to trust that process. On the other hand, taking some responsibility for the circumstances that I'm creating. It's like, well, why is it that I'm running down the clock, and why is it that I only have just enough, right? Like, why can't I be thriving, right? And so it's just interesting the way these things kind of show up. And so whether or not you believe it's manifestation or a provision from on high, I would say be bold in what you ask for. And keep a record, because you might surprise yourself. And the more you surprise yourself, the less it becomes a surprise. And the easier it is to get what you want. At least that's my experience. So I'll leave that with you. And Cheryl says, you manifested. Yeah. And the universe or God or whatever you believe in heard you. Yeah. So on that note, I know we have folks here from all walks of life. I see in the Journal Party group, we have a lot of people who keep prayer journals and do like faith-based journaling. I know we have people who do shadow work. I know we have people who do like manifesting stuff, and I want to make sure that this is a place for everybody. So, forgive me. I want to be careful not to be exclusionary in any of the language that I use on here. And while I have my own set of beliefs, I want to make sure that that it's inclusive. That said, I also want to make sure that we're, providing the goods for everybody here. So I'm trying to think of interesting ways that we could, maybe create some, little subgroups, maybe inside of the app or inside of the Facebook group. It would be really cool if we could, maybe set up some groups to get together on the regular, do some goal setting, whether that's, in the manifestation sense or maybe, in the prayer sense. So send me a DM if that's something that interests you. And, like I said, I want to be careful not to exclude anybody from any of that. But, I can be a facilitator in terms of connecting like-minded individuals so they can, do as they wish. All right. So let's see. Let's move on here. Okay. Joyful moment. Anybody have a joyful moment that they want to share? I'll share mine while anybody wants to type theirs in. So one joyful moment that I know I've shared it recently with you all, but it's really grounded me is recently over the Christmas holiday, my fiance now, she said yes. And that is like my go-to moment of zen, moment of joy. I think about it often, especially when things get tough, because usually when things get tough, it's because I'm out of touch with the things that matter. I'm attached to something that is going on that is, and because of that, I'm allowing myself to be perturbed. And when I remember that I am fortunate to have a partner in this life who I know cares for me, that loves me inside and out, that has my best interests at heart, is looking out for me, and that, is willing to be there with me to the very end. Like, that is the stuff. That is the juju. And just even thinking about it now, like, love this woman. And it's a good reminder, and it helps me to get in touch with what really matters. And it's really hard to get on some BS when you get in touch with a thought like that. So really curious to hear what your thoughts are. Let's see what we have here. Okay, Christy shares, when you look at the positive column and allow yourself to write those accomplishments, no matter how small, suddenly you are reminded of all that you have managed to do, even when you thought you weren't doing anything towards progress at all. Amen. For sure. Yeah, it's amazing. It sounds silly, but the pyramids weren't built in a day. And how do you build anything? Brick by brick, right? And what is it? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And or how, like, to connect it to yours, right? I just thought of this. Like, how many times you get in your car and then end up at your destination, and I'm like, you don't even remember driving. Like, it's spooky, right? Like, it's crazy how that happens. Like, it's a miracle we're all safe. But like, yeah, you're right. Like, you may not even be aware that you're doing it, but I think, I guess it kind of points back to the intention, right? If you set an intention and it means something to you, I think that's important. And I think, maybe regularly checking in with that. And the journal is a great way to do that. So awesome share, Christy. Appreciate that. Sherry says, I'm getting ready to go on a long, I don't know why I said, because your name's long. I'm getting ready to go on a trip, and my cat crawled into my suitcase and began to play with her tail and twist and turn herself for over 2 minutes, being sweet and silly. Made me laugh. Yeah. Were you on our pet one? That was last week. Pets are just the best. As I've hinted, today was a tough early half of the day for me. I was all out of whack, and I have a little Frenchie, and he's just like my little dude, just always happy and just so goofy, and gosh, like, I wonder like what he thinks any of this is, because he's having a real good time. And yeah, I think that's another real good thing to get in touch with. And yeah, cats are a trip too. Okay, what else do we have here? Mary, our YouTuber. I think our lone YouTuber of the. Oh no, we got 2 on YouTube today. All right. Mary says, my baby laughing today made me laugh. Then she laughed because I was laughing. My little's laugh is my joy. That's really sweet. You know, my fiance and I have been, we're on the fence about having babies, and it's stuff like that I don't know. I lean into it, but yeah, no, we got our hands full with the pet situation over here, and we are overwhelmed, not gonna lie. And she's like, I don't know that I can do children. I'm like, it's a little different. I'm pretty sure it's a little different. So yeah, that's really sweet. Thank you for sharing that. And we got Cheryl here, says a joyful moment is simple things like a sunny day, spending time or talking to my husband, petting, playing with our pets, or drinking coffee early in the morning when it's quiet. Ooh, I love my morning routine. Usually today, I think that's what messed me up today. I kind of got out of my morning routine. Anyway, yeah, pets are our kids. Yeah. Well, don't say that to someone with kids. I've learned that the hard way. Christy says we were talking about what is luxury, and my vote is sitting quietly outside enjoying my coffee. Definitely. Yeah, I like luxury for me is a hot tub. We have a hot tub, but it's broken. It's not, we moved, and I never got it set up when I had it moved. I'm slacking over here, folks. What am I doing? The opposite of luxury is an empty hot tub, I would say. Poor me. If you can't tell, I am in such a better mood. You know, and I think the last prompt was like, think of a time when when it's had a positive impact. I think tonight's session was living proof that we have the ability to flip the script. So I hope this was effective in drumming up some positivity for you all. You know, in the right way too. I sometimes talk about toxic positivity. You know, you ever just see someone where you're like, you're faking it. You know, you can tell because the eyes smizing, right? Not that we should be judging anyone's positivity, but you know, I think that it is a trap to deny your feelings. I think what we've done here today is at least what the prompts were intended to do was to, identify where you're at. Like, how are you really feeling? What is your truth? Authentically, what's going on inside? And where do you want to be? Because you have the ability to choose, right? And so choose the better feeling, or if you don't believe you have the ability to choose, ask for it, right? Ask for grace. All right, folks, I'm beat. I'm spent. And I want to thank you all for spending time with me today. I really appreciate you guys being a part of this self-reflective collective. Mary says she feels so much better. So, yeah, this thing, as much as it's for you, I made a joke, in the announcement today. I do this for me just as much as I do it for you. This is my lights, my timers just went off. Hold on. Okay, get some light going on in here. Yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I do these because it helps me, and also it really helps to share it with everybody. And I think like something about doing this together just amplifies the effect. And so thank you. And more in the tank. We got We got a new Journal Party podcast coming out on Monday. Check that out. If you're not subscribed, it's probably my favorite thing in the Journal Party universe to do. And Cheryl, yes, these get saved. They're usually inside of the app. We had an error going on at the top of this, although when I checked on the app on my phone, it was working. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I might have to do some debugging here. Okay, yeah, so it's working. So if you go down into the program section, oh, I wasn't sharing. Here, let me show you. So if you go into the program section on the bottom of the app here, it'll bring you to this screen. You scroll down, it's this one, Journal Party Live. And, oh, I guess I didn't add it. Shame on me. Well, I'll add it afterwards, but normally you can actually just go in here and live stream them. And, yeah, so I'll put the replay in here, and that's where you can watch it. And you can also just go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to that, and we host all the replays there for free forever. And of course, if you want to go premium and you have all the player controls and whatnot, you can do that too. We've also got free programs and all sorts of stuff. I've been busy, folks, making stuff for y'all. So I hope you'll explore it. Check it out. Lots of really cool stuff in here. So stop sharing this. But yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go kiss my fiance, play with the dogs, take a deep breath, relax, watch some TV or something. I don't know. Hang out. I hope you all have a really great rest of your evening, really great rest of your week, and I'm out of here.